Hey everyone, welcome back to the Thoughtful Advocate podcast. This is going to be a bunch of positive updates and not so positive updates. So here we go. I wanted to share some life updates with you. Things have shifted quite a bit lately, and I'm feeling pretty good about it. Okay, so pregnancy update first. I am about 35 weeks now, which means we're getting very close to the date. Beginning in March is when our C-section is scheduled. It's going fast, and I was getting a bit nervous because Ace was born like 3 weeks ahead of time, and yeah, you just can't really prepare yourself for that. So right now, once you're in that home stretch, after 32 weeks, you start to see the OBGYN or your midwife be like 2 weeks. They measure the belly to see if the baby's growing properly, and then they listen to the heartbeat. It sounds like a galloping horse sometimes. And so far, so good. Baby seems healthy, which is the most important thing to me. This time around, because this is a scheduled C-section, is a bit more, like there's a bit more predictability because I've been through this before. And last time I had an emergency C-section, and that was actually quite painful because they had to check if I was actually having contractions, and then you can't get epidural until you're like, I think it's like 7 years dilated or something. I was very painful and sporadic. It's just not fun. This time around, it'll be easier and less painful. There are studies out there that show that scheduled C-sections are usually with less complications, and also it allows the medical team to be fully prepared ahead of time. Last time I went to emergency and into the birthing ward, it was just so hectic because they have to get the anesthesia person ready and the surgeon has to be ready and they have to prep, and I think there was at least 5 other nurses in there helping. So it was a lot happening. They told me this time, because this is a scheduled C-section, that they won't be doing epidural. So instead, they'll be doing a spinal block. And that means they can put the spinal block in right away. I don't have to wait until I'm dilated. And that kind of puts me at ease because at least I won't feel the pain of the contractions. It actually becomes really painful, at least for me. I was like, oh my God, what is this pain? I never felt this before. Every time it came, my body just was so stiff and I would be in so much pain. I'm really glad to be skipping that part this time. Hopefully, I'm just nervous about feeling the needle because the needle itself is super long because it's going through the spine. I'm dreading that part. I'm hoping the numbing cream will just bypass everything. It's like when you get a shot in the gum and you have to get your cavities filled. They numb your gum. I don't know. I'm scared. We'll see. But another thing I did learn that also makes me nervous is that the spinal block doesn't last as long. It probably lasts like anywhere from 2 to 3 hours or less. And it's just for the surgeries. Apparently, it kicks in faster too, which is good. Everyone's scared of the unknown, so this is very unknown territory for me. I just don't want to feel pain because the recovery process, well, is already painful. When they put in my epidural, I was sitting on this cold table made of metal, and I was already in so much pain. I was really trying not to move because they could hit a nerve or something could go wrong. So you have to stay very still and breathe deeply through doing the same thing. I mean, that's just that hopefully I won't be having contractions or any pain like that. All in all, I think this would be a safer route versus an emergency C-section. I'm just basically putting it into God's hands and the surgeon's hands. And yeah, just praying that everything goes well. On other news, more positive news, is I'm officially on mat leave. Honestly, I'm so relieved. It feels like a huge weight has been taken off my shoulders. I don't have to take breaks and tell people I'm taking breaks just to put Ace to sleep or feed him. Doing 2 things at once is honestly stressful. And it's more than 2 things at once, like 5 things. And yeah, it just feels good not to be chained to my laptop. Obviously, I'm very grateful for the job because at least we'll have the financial security there. But it is very stressful and tiring being pregnant and working at the same time and having a toddler. Working and being pregnant, having to the stress for sure. Research shows multitasking actually spikes up cortisol levels, so you're more stressed. Our brains in general aren't designed to split tasks like that. So it's a huge to just give all my attention to Ace or my podcast or projects I'm working on or the tasks I'm doing at home, because now my brain can just relax a bit more. I also have more time to cook now and bake. Like this morning I made muffins and wouldn't have been able to do that on a regular Monday. Over the weekend, John made lemon chicken And I made vegetables, and I have rice and spaghetti because that's the only thing he's really eating right now. I think he moved on to his picky phase. He's not eating everything. Give him like four, like anytime you give him something. When he was a bit younger, he would just eat it. But now he's very picky. It's really only pasta that he's eating. I made muffins, which he loves, even with the reduced sugar I put in. So I'm just glad he's eating that. And he's still eating his fruits, which I'm very happy about. So I will take this as a win and go with the flow. And while you're working, a lot of people meal prep ahead of time, so they make one meal for the whole week. I get sick of that after 3 days, so at least now I have time to make a separate meal. Now we have two different options. We can have spaghetti with garlic bread, which I made, or we can have lemon chicken and rice and vegetables, which and we also added like dark soy sauce, which makes it even better. Yeah, I think it's really hard when you're working because the weekends are really the only time you have to prep, and you just want the weekends to relax. It's because usually by the time you're done, like your workday, like an 8-hour shift, you're just drained, right? You don't want to do anything that you don't want to do anymore. You already did that for 8 hours and you just want to relax and chill. So doing chores or anything extra becomes even more stressful. And yet, here are some facts about third trimester. Honestly, if it were up to me, I would be giving everyone the whole pregnancy off because the first 2 trimesters are also hard for different reasons. Morning sickness, which is not morning sickness to me, it lasts okay. And it's just so hard to work like that. And you're also very tired. In your third trimester, your blood volume increases by 50%, your heart's pumping much harder, and you're literally growing a human being. It's just the weight of it all. You're heavy, or you take 10 steps and you start sweating. I never had boob sweat before because I'm small chested. And now I know what that's like after taking 10 like walk across the room and start sweating. But it's just hard. It's all worth it in the end, of course. I would not trade anything for my kids. It's just difficult. There could be some things that make our lives a bit easier. Of course, we're very lucky here to have full year off and maternity leave. It's still not fully paid for some people. It depends on what company you work for and the top-ups. My top-up EI, because I only pays 55%. So you gotta find a good company that tops up well. During my workday, I'd be so tired. I need at least 1 hour during the afternoon because I realize I'm just completely drained. It's exhausting. So yeah, now I'm taking the rest I need in the daytime. John lets me sleep so that I can get rest and full watch Ace, which I'm very grateful for. So he's definitely taking on more of the role in the daytime now, and so grateful for that. We also have more time to go to the library, which is amazing because I love the library. Just so many awesome things going on there. First of all, they have a bunch of board books for children. Both are brutal. But I'm sure you know what a board book is. Basically made out of like cardboard, and they're just thicker pages so the baby can't rip. And in that stage where he's just tearing everything, board books are the way to go. At least he can touch them, flip the pages, and I don't have to worry about him tearing things out. Unless it's those books with the hidden surprise flaps, which he loves, but he keeps tearing things out. Luckily, not out of library books, but our nanny actually bought him a couple of those kinds of books. He loves doing that. He loves flipping them, but gets a little too excited and then rip the whole thing out, so I have to go back and tape them. We also have more time to clean and organize. Luckily, I have the nanny here because I just don't have enough energy to watch Ace and do all this. Sometimes we'll switch and I'll watch Ace and she'll help me organize. She helped me finish my project that I've been delaying for so long. I had most of the boxes for Ace's old clothes, newborns to 12 months. But honestly, it's just the last stretch. All the newborns, I was working backwards, so a lot of the newborn clothes were not packed away. And yeah, we didn't need packed away, but at least put in boxes so we know where each sizing of clothes is and we're ready for the new baby. And honestly, her bedroom has been a war zone ever since Ace has been born. Dust and just things were everywhere. There was not a table surface to be seen. Like everything was covered with stuff. So she really helped us there. She even helped us finally pack our suitcases. I've been having anxiety when the baby comes early. And so that is a relief to have at least like some clothes packed. Baby's clothes all packed. The adults probably just need a couple more things like undergarments and stuff. Definitely a relief to have at least some of the things ready to go. And yeah, when I first walked in the room, I was like, oh my gosh, I can actually breathe now. Everything's organized, I packed away in boxes. Like, I can take a deep breath. Of course, there's science to back this. It's actually called visual overwhelm, where you just have too much in your visual vicinity. Like this room I'm sitting in, there's actually a lot of junk on the floor. We've just been using this room to store random stuff. So this will be another room we're going to tackle probably Thursday or Friday. Yeah, it'll be really to have this area cleaned. And honestly, my plants are being neglected, so I'm really gonna have to start cleaning that back. Just having a clear space reduces anxiety and stress, and it's something that I used to take granted for because my grandma or my mom or my aunts would do most of the cleaning, and I would take that for granted. And now that I live on my own, yeah, I definitely learned that cleaner space is definitely gonna make me more relaxed. So try my best, but when I have 50 things on my plate, sometimes you just need to ask for help. Yeah, that's it for our updates and that 35 weeks. The C-section scheduled in a couple more weeks, 39 weeks. And yeah, I'm feeling grateful, honestly. I'm feeling pretty optimistic and I'm really glad to be organized. And yeah, I'm trying not to overthink the C-section too much. I really try to be present because that also gives me more anxiety. Thanks for being here with me and listening to the Thoughtful Advocate podcast. If you like this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and my podcast. And yeah, okay, well, my film intro. Okay, this is the intro. Okay, so today's sponsor is Kind Laundry. Just kidding, they're not really a sponsor, but I do have an affiliate code. Kind Laundry use natural ingredients and it actually comes in these sheets. So much more useful than liquid laundry detergent because that stuff gets messy. With Kind Laundry, you can bring this anywhere. It's literally in a box, pack in your suitcase, and it's that easy. You can get 10% off by using code ZeroWasteCute.